Not too far from that, as a matter of fact, and she gets the top of the ground tonight, so expect her to do big things. She has been on a roll since Reno, the last week of June, pretty much unstoppable.
Yeah, Jeff, we've been impressed by this team all summer long. Benny is incredible, and they fit each other to a T. Maybe a slight step by that first, but this horse is so deceivingly fast in between the barrels. Set up for a third, clean run, step by third, might cost him a little bit of time, but a good start.
Wow. Great start, 13.75 right there for Brittany Posey-Tanazi. #1 in the world standings by a mile. They're going to have to hustle if they're going to catch her. Here comes Jordan Briggs. We talked about her. She won the world championship in 2021. There's a look at the batting order tonight. We start with Brittany Posey-Tanazi, kind of the opposite of the other events. We're going to start with #1 and work our way down to number 15.
Well, and of course, Jordan Briggs and Rollo, they're kind of the definition of consistency. She's going to have to pick Rollo up off the backside of that second barrel. Bobbled the second there right there as they head into third. She's riding really aggressive. Ground looks a little bit deep, but they're going for it.
14.10 puts her second place after 2. Emily Miller-Beisel. Well, you can see Chongo from all the way across Las Vegas. What a cool horse.
You can't miss Chongo, and the thing about Chongo going into round 1 is he is fresh. He has not made a rodeo run since, I think, Filer, Idaho, earlier in the summer, and that's exactly where Chongo needs to be. Emily knows from experience this horse needs to be feeling really, really good and fresh going in there. She's been taking him through the barrels really slow during practice last night. We've seen them light up this arena many, many years. Oh, and he was working so strong around that first barrel, and some down barrels for Chongo and Emily. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a horse change or they come up in practice and work on that.
Well, she was fast, 13.83, but they're going to tack on a 10-second penalty. 2 barrels come down.
And Chongo and Emily, they were just doing their job right there, really working, and honestly just overworked those barrels. You can see right there, he just came back so strong. He's feeling so good. They're going to be really fast in these next few rounds.
Casey Matthews rolls in. It's her first ever National Finals rodeo.
Her horse Pop Rocks was the AQHA Horse of the Year and got hurt right before the finals. But this horse, Bud the Stud, he's a stallion. She's youth rodeoed on this horse. Looks back at that second barrel, and it goes down. That's a heartbreaking way to start round 1 for an NFR rookie.
Quick time, 13.98, so sub 14, and that one just kind of hung there for a second.
Oh, it just fell in slow motion right there. You can see she even looked back to see if it was going down. That was close. You can't fault the horse or Tacey for that one.
#1 cowgirl in the world, Brittany Posey-Tanazi, still on top, 13.75, and you can kind of hear the roar of the crowd. Here comes Lisa Lockhart, 17th NFR.
The rodeo world, the Thomas and Mack, they love Lisa Lockhart. This is sweet 17 for her to the NFR, and Levy, he loves this arena. They're so solid. They're going to make the same run almost each and every night. Look at him move around those barrels. She sets him up perfect. Great third barrel, headed home. This is going to be a good run right here.
Sounds like a home court advantage. Crowd roars, 14-16.
Good enough for #3. All right.
We'll see if that gets a check. That's third place right now. Cassie Mowry gets ready to go. It's her 4th NFR. The first time she made it here was way back in 2005. She made it in 2017. Now she's been in 2 in a row.
Yeah, and of course, Cassie Mowry, she had several horses to try to choose from, but Will, he was such a superstar in the Thomas and Mack last year. She has the highest lifetime earnings of any barrel racer in history. So she's got the experience under her belt. This big horse, he's 17 hands. He's deceivingly fast. And of course, Cassie Mowry, she rides absolutely perfectly. I'd watch the clock on this one. It's going to be good.
That was quick, 13.90. Good enough for second place. 2 cowgirls now, sub 14. Here comes Wenda Johnson.
Of course, we all know Wenda Johnson. She had 2 awesome horses, Mo and Mac, and unfortunately she lost Mac this summer. That was a big loss, but Mo, he really stepped up for her this year to qualify her back to the NFR. He's going to be great, and they really came in hot to that first barrel. Great timing right there to come around it. He sets him up. Look at how snappy he was around the second. Going in there for the third, and oh, and he just came in a little bit too soon on that third and really took out that third barrel.
Yeah, look at the time, 13.65. Would have given her the lead. Tack on 5 seconds, and that hurts.
That wall is so close, and you can see he just came in, shouldered it, and Yeah, the barrel definitely took a fall.
There's Jessica Rotier waiting for her chance. Buffalo, South Dakota.
This team has been so impressive for years. Their 5th trip to the NFR. Jessica is a mom of 5 kids, and Missy, they make great runs. Maybe a little bit of a stumble on the backside of that first barrel. They head into second. She's riding really, really aggressive to keep these barrels up. Missy's wanting to do her job. Great run by Jessica Rotier.
Her time, 14:05. That's going to be 3rd place right now. Bumps Jordan Briggs down to 4th place. Lisa Lockhart in 5th. Brittany Posey Tanazi still number 1. Summer Kosel ready to go.
She's getting Apollo set up for their very first run here at the Thomas & Mack. I talked to her at the beginning of the summer when she was in the top 15. She says they're winging it and living on a prayer. Well, it took them all the way to the Thomas & Mack for their first trip to the NFR. And this first barrel, as you can see from this angle, it's a blind first barrel. Your horse really has to trust you to set up that timing. Oh, absolutely flawless first barrel. Fantastic job by Summer. That second barrel, though, it's getting a lot of people. These barrels are so close to those bright yellow walls, and these horses are really seeing them.
14-12, tack on 5.
Yeah, you can see right there. She tried to push Paula one more step, but just came around that second a little too close.
Man, we've had a lot of barrels come down here in round number 1. Alyssa Riley next to go. Igo, Texas Cowgirl. This is her first ever run at the national finals.
It's all about catching that timing, and then, like I said, the barrels are so close to the wall, but Alyssa, she just bought this horse this summer. She saw this horse on the Cowboy Channel run at Tucson, made the purchase, and now she's here at the NFR. Another second barrel down for them. Horses are just really craving these turns. They're feeling good. They're ready to go, and just seeing those barrels a little bit too close. They had practice last night about rodeo time because of the cancellation, and the horses, they know where the barrels are. They might have to kind of free them up a little bit.
Kind of rough that one up. Tack on 5 for her. Brittany Posey Tanazi, the first Cowgirl out. Still number 1, 13:75. Cassie Mowry, the only other Cowgirl in the 13s. And here's Sissy Winn.
Sissy Winn is coming in with a lot more confidence this year for her second trip to the NFR. Scoop has been so solid. This horse is trained by Danielle Campbell, and Sissy rides him perfectly. They've had years under their belt now together, and that was a perfect run right there.
Yeah, fast. Real fast.
13:71 for Sissy Winn. She is now number 1 in round 1. As you see them ahead of her leaderboard.
Look at that smile. She's excited. She needed that. She had kind of a tough NFR last year. Comes back, leading round 1 now. Big comeback for Sissy.
Yeah, Stevie Hillman, she had a rough NFR a year ago, too. She only won about 17,000. Look for her to be much better in 23.
This is an exciting year for Stevie Hillman. This is one of the first years that she gets to run a horse at the NFR that she has ran all year long. We had a down first barrel, but this team, they're pretty incredible. Sandy is the horse that she won Pendleton on. So imagine going to the big open green of Pendleton to the Thomas & Mack. This horse is incredible. That was fast. They're going to come back.
They're going to be better, aren't they?
1387 turns into 1887. Haley Kinsel, strange spot for her. She's 13th in the world standings. In the horse racing world, they say that horse was lightly raced this year. Sister was lightly raced, but boy, anytime they're part of the party, they have a chance to get that first place check.
I love that shot. We just saw Sister. She's kind of sniffing the fence right there, saying, you know, I think I've been here before. I think I hold the arena record here, actually, now that I remember. 13th, that doesn't bother Haley. They're going to make up a lot of ground. They're unstoppable in this arena. Kind of picked that horse up off the second barrel and then came around the backside. We don't see them hit a lot of barrels. They're going to make a comeback, but that's a tough way to start out round 1.
Man,
see, she picked her up. She picked her up right there, and then she just came back so strong on that backside.
Man, that's the theme in round 1. So many down barrels. 2 Cowgirls remain. Sue Smith, then Paige Jones.
Sue Smith, this is the first time she's back at the NFR since 2011. Of course, her amazing mare Centerfold. They were futurity champions, but this horse is actually out of her mare Centerfold. This is Hep. He's a younger horse, and he's really stepped up for her this year to help her finalize her next trip to the NFR. They had a nice, clean run. That's going to count for a lot in this round.
Trying to keep in the 13s, couldn't quite get there. 14-17 for Sue Smith. And that is one spot out of the money. Paige Jones, the last cowgirl to go. It's her first ever NFR. 17th in the world last year, but moved on into the top 15 this year. Let's see what she can get done.
Yeah, she finally got it done this year. This is her horse, Bazinga. Now, Paige is a past Resistol Rookie of the Year. You can see she really had to do a fancy leg lift right there to keep the barrel up. Paige rides so aggressive. She is such a hand. She trains a lot of these great horses. Good third barrel right there, and they're headed home. That was a nice run, bottom of the ground.
Absolutely. The last to go at 13.97, fourth place for Paige Jones. So a strong showing for her. Brittany Posey-Tanazi, number 1 in the world, wound up number 2 in the round. Sissy Winn eases by her 13.71 to 13.75, and both of those cowgirls were fast. 4 broke that 14-second barrier tonight. So Sissy Winn, 13.71 for her, our Purina run of the night, and here's how it all went down.
Yeah, what a great run. You can see the snap too this horse had off each turn. Good drive, good finish right here. I mean, you can see fast runs go together, and that was the best.
Brittany Posey-Tanazi continues on that record-setting pace. She is going to be so hard to catch.